And all of a sudden, the living room is flooded by bright white light. It's coming in from outside. Yeah, you can see it's coming in from outside the house, and it's just really, really bright. The cousin immediately gets really concerned by this, and she's like, "Don't go and look. Don't look out the window." But Rob's absolutely fascinated by what's causing the white light, so he runs across to the window and just ignores her and runs over to the window and has a look outside. The curtains were drawn at the time, but the white light was kind of flooding from around the outside of the curtains, very, very bright. He looks outside, and what he sees is a glowing area of white lights coming from above down onto the road, and it's moving along the road. And he says it hit the sides of some of the houses, and it was kind of moving along the road like that, and he couldn't see where this light was coming from. It was just there, and it moved off to the right out of sight, and he couldn't see it any further. So he's still fascinated by what it is. So he rushes past his brother, who's standing by the living room door, pushes past him, runs outside the front of the house, runs down the front garden, and stands there by the garden gate, yeah, looking for where this light has gone off to the right. And he looks to the right, and further down House Hill Muir Road, there's kind of like a little side road, and just beyond that, behind one of the houses, he saw a disc, a glowing disc of bright white light hovering behind the roof of this house. He said it was almost like a block of cheese with a slice cut out because of the angle of the house so he had this triangular bit cut out, and he'd drawn this picture of it. It's really interesting. So it was there, and the amount of light pouring from this thing was just bleeding out all the color of the surroundings. A minute later, his brother comes down, and he's also staring at it. So the two of them are now standing at the end of the garden, looking in the direction of this disc. And they're like, wow, this is amazing. And, all the colors were drained out, and they're amazed at what's going on. He peers at his brother a second, asking what is happening with this. When he looks back, he suddenly realizes there's a figure standing to his right. Yeah. The figure had its left hand on his right shoulder. So it was just there alongside him. It was taller than him. Couldn't see the face of the figure because it was facing the same direction as them, looking towards the disc. But it was about sort of 5 foot high, had a bald head, completely bald head. Couldn't really see the color of the skin because of the light bleeding the color out, but he thinks it was kind of like a pale grey color. That was actually proven later on, but we'll get to that. So you can see the back of this figure, and it was wearing a black shawl gown type thing that was down from the neck downwards, right the way down its body. And it wasn't speaking with him at all or anything like that. It was just there standing alongside him with his hand on his shoulder.